Christmas.
Can you believe it? So Iona is here with some top tips to take control of your cash. And it feels really easy with the advances in technology to overspend, doesn't it? It's just a tap with your phone, a click on a website. So easy to overspend.
It really is. But let's not forget as well that life is also more expensive these days. And
Absolutely.
That's why we end up overspending. I mean, how many times have we been to the shops recently, bought some basics and thought afterwards, crikey,
wow,
yeah, that cost a lot more than I thought it would. So that's one reason why we're overspending. But there's another reason that is more subtle, and it's something that we have a bit more control over so long as we're aware of it. And that's why I want to talk about it today, because as you've been saying, we've come out of an expensive period. Summer can be quite costly, especially for families. Christmas is basically around the corner now, and we have to start preparing. It will be here before you know it, Rav. So it's a good time to start clawing back some cash and making some savings. And that's why I want to talk about something called friction. Now, when we think of the word friction, normally it's not something that we want to have in our lives, right? We don't want it in our job. We certainly don't want it in our relationships and our friendships. But when it comes to money, a wee bit of friction can actually be a good thing. And here's why. Companies have been working really hard to try to remove friction from our finances in recent times, to try to take away all those barriers to spending and make it as quick and easy as possible. So you said there, Louise, we've got digital wallets today, we've got contactless cards, all sorts of payment methods that have been slowly replacing cash, which is still around, but it's just not being used as much these days as those other payment methods. Now, we really value those newer payment methods for their convenience, for their security. We wouldn't want to remove them from our lives altogether. But the problem is that there is a growing body of research which shows that we do spend more money when using those new payment methods compared to cash. And if you think about it, that makes total sense. Rav, if you say to me, Iona, you owe me £100 and I give you that as physical cash, I'm going to feel the loss of that much more compared to if you just whip out a card reader and I tap my card on it. I don't
care how you pay me, I just need that money back. But no, that makes total sense.
Yeah, because actually we don't feel the loss of that money straight away when we're just paying by our phone or via a card. We only notice it later on if we check our account. So those two different methods of paying are very different psychologically as well. And so that's why I want to recommend something that I've been trying recently, because this is an issue that affects me as much as anyone.
Even you.
Even me. We're all human. And for me, trying this approach has really helped. So why not give a cash-first fortnight a go?
Okay.
So the idea behind this is that for 2 weeks, you withdraw a certain amount of money that you think you need to get by day to day. And then wherever you go, use cash first. So if you go to a shop and it doesn't accept cash, obviously use your card in that situation. But if you try using cash first, then you might find that it just slows down your spending, that it makes you think a little bit more about what you're buying, and it puts that friction back in your finances so that you're not spending money as quickly as you might otherwise do. So look, I'm not saying that don't ever use cards or digital wallets ever again, but bringing cash back into your spending day to day could really help in terms of, making your money go further.
I can see how that would work for many people. I'm
absolutely.
Obviously going to say, please don't take out too much cash than you absolutely need. But again, by doing that, it's probably going to keep the spending down, just drawing out what you need. So that's physical spending then.
Yes.
What about online? How can that work?
When it comes to online spending, I have a few tips. So first of all, beware autofill. So smartphones and laptops these days give you the option to store your payment details for ease. And that means that when you buy something, you're not having to type out your card details every time. Brilliant in some ways, but in other ways it can be quite a slippery slope, because all you need to do is a few clicks or a few taps in order to buy something, and that can be quite dangerous for folks. So I would recommend removing those saved details if you're trying to cut back your spending, and it's really easy to do that. We'll show you on screen now how you can do it on Google Card details from scratch. It might just make you think twice about what you're buying. Credit cards, this is another danger zone. So Louise, do you remember a film back in the day called Confessions of a Shopaholic?
Loved it.
Me too. It's a girls' film, rather. It's one for the ladies. But there was a character in it called Becky who actually, coincidentally, was a red-headed financial journalist.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're drawn to that one.
I wonder where she got the inspiration for that from. So yeah, she had a spending addiction, and she actually put her credit card in a block of ice in order to stop accessing
Which is extreme.
It's very extreme, and it didn't work. She ended up smashing the block of ice. So look, you don't have to resort to such a drastic measure. You can actually, really good thing for those folks who are trying to stop spending on their credit card if they're trying to pay it off. We know that continuing to spend on your credit card doesn't help in that situation.
Just that extra moment, just to pause, isn't it, when you freeze and unfreeze there. It could be what you need. But also, what about brew before buying? Tell us about that.
I love this idea.
Yeah, so it's really, really simple, but it could just make all the difference. So the next time you're shopping online and you put a few items in your basket, before you click the buy button, just go away and make a cup of tea. And then if 5 or 10 minutes later you come back, you might actually decide you don't need those items after all. But I would say the longer you can leave it, the better, because it might be that after a few days, if you decide, actually, I do want to buy these items, you'll come back. And quite often retailers these days will apply a discount to those items of 10 or 15%. So that could also be another reason to just...
Win-win, that one, isn't it?
Exactly. You're just leaving it a little bit longer. And also, often when we go online to shop, we'll be told, oh, if you only spend £5 or £10 more, you'll get free delivery.
But
that's so tempting, but it often is a false economy because, you know, we're actually spending more than we would save on delivery. So another good option is to perhaps have those items delivered to a local shop for free, and then you can pick them up when you're next out and about and doing your errands.
Just briefly, it was such good advice. Briefly, subscriptions as well can really add up, and they're kind of difficult to manage, aren't they?
Absolutely. They go under the radar. There are a few apps that can help, including Bobby, which allows you to see all your subscriptions in one place at a bit of time as well. Also, lots of sites these days offer save and subscribe services. So instead of just buying the product as a one-off, you can sign up for a subscription to get that product sent to you on a regular basis. I would hold off doing that in the first instance. See if you actually like the product before you sign up for a subscribe service like that. And free trials, this is something that catches all of us out. What I tend to do is I cancel the free trial immediately, because usually you can carry on using that product for the rest of that period, and then I'm not having to rely on my memory or check my calendar to see when that free trial ends.
Oh, this is all excellent advice. Thank you very much indeed.
You're welcome.
Sorry, Anna.
Really good question.
It doesn't seem like there's any that are affected by this recall. It's worth double-checking with your machine. But generally speaking, they have those same risks at present. You know, the lint traps, making sure you're checking those, and not overfilling, which can be a bit more of a temptation with a washer dryer because you're doing both loads at once. So make sure you're looking at the weight of your dry clothes as well as how much.
Perfect. Arm out and do it twice. Are we good? Nice and slow.
We may even go.
Good job. And big hands and push out. Feel the... Good.